My worst fears are that we, the field, the technology, the industry, cause significant harm to the world.
Meta A.I, Gemini.
Apple Intelligence.
Galaxy A.I.
Citizens in San Francisco have been pulling their collective hair out over the incessant sound of honking horns.
Every website now has their own named version of AI that pops up begging you to use it. You got any questions for Gemini?
More than a quarter of the election information shared by popular AI language models is factually incorrect.
Maybe Murph? Mendo? How about Grok? You need to Grok something?
My belief is that all repetitive human work that doesn't require the deep emotional connection between two people, that will all be done in the next couple of decades, better, cheaper, faster by AI.
Honking horns are coming from the self-driving fleet of taxis known as Waymo.
Did not expect ChatGPT to get so good.
I think if this technology goes wrong, it can go quite wrong.
AI has become completely inescapable. Even if you're going to a website where you're not seeking it out and you don't expect it to be.
Many of the moments in this video, along with the thumbnails, were brainstormed using a new tool called Spotter.
You are not an artist. You just described what you wanted to make and asked a computer to make it for you.
Thought to yourself, this is getting dangerous.
Is this actually a bot replying to me? Making relatively sophisticated cuck jokes at me?
What's supposed to be a database full of real professional photographs has been completely diluted with unusable garbage.
This could actually have consequences that I would not want upon the world. You then shout stop.
It can't be stopped.
There's no like one big magic red button we have that blows up the data center.
Self-sustaining now. Now what?
Despite being in the OG red and blue Spidey suit, I broke out the black Spidey suit while writing this video. I might overreact, I might be a bit edgy, I might say or do some dumb shit that in later years actually ended up being a wonderfully universally loved dance sequence. That's what you're in for with this video. And I want to make it clear from the get-go, I don't know what I'm talking about. I am so out of my depth researching the AI topic, and I'm sure many of you guys are too. Like me, you've probably seen the progressively worsening influx of AI-generated content on every social media platform. The occasional piece of AI art on Instagram, the occasional shitty AI-generated meme, those annoying AI suggestions like Google's AI summary, or Gemini, or Meta AI, Apple Intelligence, even fucking Snapchat AI. Or maybe you just got one of those notifications from Instagram telling you that they intend to scrape literally all of your publicly posted photos, comments, and data to feed into yet another machine learning algorithm. Or maybe you clicked on this video by accident and don't know why Andrew Garfield from Wish is yelling at you about artificial intelligence. Point is, neither of us wanted to be here discussing this miserable fucking topic. And I'm not gonna pretend like I'm anything more than an unemployed moron with a YouTube channel in a, let's be honest, pretty sick Spider-Man suit. I am also, however, a really nice, likable, relatable, handsome young man that gets an incredulous amount of women, drives a 17-year-old Japanese car that hasn't blown up once, not one, even one single time, and would really appreciate you liking and subscribing because I'm worried I'll fade into total obscurity and irrelevance destined to be replaced by AI if you don't. So, consider it. Also, uploading once every 4 weeks isn't exactly financially viable for your friendly neighborhood autistic retard. Also, consider giving me money at patreon.com/GetHip. Anyway, here's another immaculately edited musical sequence.
David Gaga's here.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here with Marty Music. Gonna break down this awesome George Harrison song. I hope you guys dig it.
Most of us, fundamentally, want the best for ourselves and the people around us. Many of us express this in different ways, different gestures, through choosing who we do and don't spend time with, the careers we choose, how we spend free time, artistic endeavors that we express ourselves through, the hard work and dedication we put into learning a craft, an instrument, saving a relationship with someone you love, engaging with life, experiencing it. And then there's those of us who have rat brains transplanted into human heads who use an AI YouTube video idea and thumbnail generator subscription service. Despite being Spider-Man, you may as well shit in both my eyes and call me Daredevil, because I don't ever want to see an AI-generated thumbnail on my YouTube homepage ever again.
One thing I've learned from all my interviews with creators is that you don't need big money or a big team to find video ideas that break through. In fact, many of the moments in this video, along with the thumbnails, were brainstormed using a new tool called Spotter Studio. And I want to give it to you for free, along with
it lets you brainstorm ideas by literally typing in a few words. You can also spot outlier videos to see what's trending so you can easily adapt it. And when you sign up using my link below, you'll get it all for free.
Now, I was originally going to say that this is one of the most soul-sucking scumbag schemes I've ever seen produced by a YouTuber ever, and let's be honest, there have been plenty of pretty fucking bad ones, and that surely he must have a rat under his hair piloting his every movement like he's in the smash hit 2007 animated family film Ratatouille, because this is rat-like behavior. But I get 2 months free if I use his code, so that's a W for me, guys. I will be calling many people rats throughout this video. I refer to these people as rats, not to be vulgar and baselessly degrading, but because these people quite literally behave like rats. Scurrying around without morals, desperate to pick up any scrap of attention, relevancy, or financial incentive that they can.
All right, boys and girls, welcome to AI Guy Academy.
Desperate, ever chasing that New York slice.
Spotter Studio just makes me a more confident creator. I feel 10 times better at my job now.
Those who can't write a professional-sounding email on their own don't care to learn how to, so instead use Apple Intelligence to do it for them, thereby tricking those around them into thinking that they're smarter, more talented than they actually are. Kind of reminds me of, I don't know, the smash hit 2007 animated family film Ratatouille. The point I'm making here is, maybe you just have the artistic sophistication of whoever designed the Nissan Juke, so you feel an intrinsic need to disenfranchise literally every freelance artist on Earth by using this multi-billion-dollar company's image generation service that's made entirely through a machine learning algorithm that scrapes every human-created piece of publicly available art to create its own distorted, uncanny, migraine-inducing shit smear that these people dare to call art. Art that now consistently fools a significant portion of the globe on a daily basis. Art that's leveraged for politically motivated psychological operations en masse. Art that's produced by a vomit-inducing array of different rapidly competing AI platforms backed with trillions of dollars worth of government funding, desperate to beat their opposition in the AI race that's inevitably going to catapult us into the point of no return, the disintegration of free thought, artistic expression, and maybe even human history. From this point onwards, my future children will literally have no idea if any of our media truly existed. Will they ever be able to truly know if the smash hit 2007 animated family film Ratatouille was even a real movie? Unless you have definitive proof that this is real security camera footage from YouTuber Whistling Diesel, already hundreds of people just assume that it's AI generated. This is happening right now. Everyone, within the span of just like a year and a half, has been forced into a real-life version of the Spider-Man pointing meme. Up is down, down is up. Did Drake and Josh ever actually go to Hollywood? It's hard to put into words how immeasurably thermonuclearly we all are on this current path. So, let me tell you why AI is actually pretty freaking awesome, guys.
Nothing's worrying me.
AI can be used for lots of great stuff that's totally awesome, like cancer screening, as their deep learning algorithms can identify cancer with up to a 94% accuracy very early on. Of course, this means as this improves, that actual human doctors will become nothing more than just human authentication, checking to see if the AI results seem correct, thereby reducing the need for such well-trained doctors to begin with, saving the bloated multi-billion-dollar healthcare system valuable dollars that could be being used to bribe the FDA instead, while simultaneously forcing millions of yucky poor people out of jobs. Really, in my book, I see that as a win-win. Not to mention, if there was a fault in that system, a cyber attack perhaps, then you have potentially millions of far less skilled doctors unable to operate fully without the assistance of AI. We're not going to talk about that because this is a multi-trillion-dollar industry and we can't do anything to stop this runaway trend. So yeah, let's add it to the list of the top 10 wonderful examples of using AI. Have you seen this video? titled "Why Do A24 Films Look Like That?" It has 3.2 million views and was uploaded by YouTube channel Movie Lutz. Even this video seems like it's mostly AI generated outside of the real footage from A24 films used throughout.
A24 has cultivated a specific target audience that appreciates thought-provoking and emotionally resonant cinema.
Just AI with Wikipedia fed into it. Now you can argue that humans do this too, to a degree. There's plenty of people on YouTube, even me, unintentionally just regurgitating things that others have already said. But this is a step beyond, and other people in the comment section for this video have noticed, yet the vast majority here have not. If you go back and you watch older videos from like a year ago from this same channel, when the AI generated narration wasn't quite as good,
feature films are the primary form of cinema.
In the "Why Do Short Films Look Like That" video, the video is literally nothing more than an AI reading out the definition for what a short film is.
The real reason behind the distinct look of short films is the lack of experience that often comes with amateur filmmakers.
The comment section on these videos is far more aware that this is the case. But you compare this to the newer A24 video, and you're seeing in real time this stuff go more and more unnoticed by an average audience at an extremely rapid rate. Comic book artists are in broad daylight getting away with generating comic pages by feeding an AI other artists' handcrafted work and are getting paid to do so.
Better. Cheaper too. Congratulations, son. We'll use your shot. I'll pay you $50.
Just like how this channel likely made thousands of dollars off of this video. A couple million views can net you that sort of money. So send this video to your entire extended family, please. You have no idea how much this Spider-Man suit cost. Even Marvel are using AI now. Like the entire intro for Secret Invasion was AI generated. Something that would have conventionally required multiple VFX artists who would have been paid. This now goes to a robot and is then called an intentional artistic decision. I mean, this is ludicrous. Millions, potentially billions of jobs are now at risk of being obsolete very soon. And I mean like a year or two kind of soon. Data entry jobs, bookkeepers, accountants, taxi drivers, delivery men and women. Even in my profession as a professional artist, here on YouTube, many around me are getting away with blatantly AI-generated thumbnails. You can argue that people have faked and embellished thumbnails on YouTube since its inception, and so much YouTube content is replaceable, repetitive engagement bait anyway, so why not just AI-generate all of it instead? Most COD update videos, Fortnite Battle Pass videos, KSI's music at A.I. Future GetHip here. Some of my past content has fallen into some of those categories too. The difference is I was 18 when I made those videos, and A.I is 30 and is still doing it to this day, and with AI generated content in the thumbnails. Okay, back to the video. Could all be replaced with breathtaking ease through the use of AI. This is essentially the answer this YouTuber gave me when I questioned his use of it. He states that he considers a lot of content lazy as it is and looks upon clickbait and cliche thumbnails and hyperbole as way worse than his use of AI art. Many hold a similar stance and fundamentally just do not care now that the genie is out of the bottle. But this was coming from the same YouTuber that blatantly, entirely AI generates screenshots of VR games that don't exist for the sake of clickbait. Though, in fairness, you could also argue that my use of the smash hit 2007 animated family film Ratatouille without Pixar and Disney's consent could also be considered some sort of similar artistic robbery and is maybe similar to utilizing AI and just stealing people's work that way. I'm not creating anything entirely original here. This video is an amalgamation of every word, idea, movie, soundtrack, opinion, vocal intonation that I've seen interpreted, reused from other human beings. At the end of the day, that is all we are. We ourselves are learning machines. So why is this any different? Is the counter argument a selfish fraudster like Eddie Brock would give? If I'm Spider-Man, these fraudsters are Eddie Brock.
Who are you?
A near talentless copycat faking an actual photographer's work.
It's a fake.
Who's then handed an alien symbiote that gives him immeasurable power at the cost of losing any flicker of personal morals that he had left. In fact, originally in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3, Eddie was going to have been briefly shown to be nothing more than a skull under the symbiote by the end of the movie, presenting clearly the cost of this power is yourself. It completely devours you and leaves nothing more than a skeleton of your past self to prop itself up. These people argue that AI will enable creatives to do more, will afford more opportunities, more power, more everything.
But you'll lose yourself.
We all know how this story ends. With a, let's be honest, pretty cluttered third act of the movie. Now, I like to think because of my immense charm, my beautifully expressed personal values, and my individualized lifestyle that magnetizes women to me on the daily, that I'd be one of the last replaced by AI. I'm really on that Robert Pattinson Sigma male Batman type shit. And I think ChatGPT would have a tough time keeping up with my dashingly self-aware personality. Hey, check out this hilariously relatable uni meme with these really funky looking dolphins that were definitely drawn by an independent artist who got probably paid for the commissioned work. What I'm saying here in the most obnoxious way possible is that already I'm seeing people around me, even if they believe to be above it, who also claim to detest AI, simultaneously in small ways fall victim to it, sharing memes or political posts with AI generated content without realizing it. Small, seemingly kind of insignificant acts that undermine your stance on the topic as a whole, that slowly meme by meme, Google AI by Google AI summary normalizes AI generated content. Most of us are already actively contributing to this in some form or another, whether we realize it or not. Every swipe that you make on Instagram Reels or TikTok, your watch time data on YouTube, on this very video, almost every social media platform now has their own respective AI that they're now training off of this data. You can opt out of some of this, like I did with Meta's AI that was asking for permission to use all of my Instagram content, which it wishes it had access to. I mean, it's some straight fire at GetHip. Even then, once you've opted out of these, someone somewhere is still able to access your data on something else for AI purposes, like Nvidia, who are currently getting the ever-living suit out of them because they've been scraping 80 years worth of videos a day to feed their new AI model. There's probably videos of mine in there. My voice, my eyes, my over a decade late references to the smash hit 2007 family film Ratatouille. The joke really is on us. These same people who opened this Pandora's box have simultaneously made all of us culprits in our own irrelevancy. It's poetic.
The power of the sun in the palm of my hand.
I mean, this sort of shit future civilization will read on stones thousands of years after we're gone and go, damn, I wonder if Drake and Josh really did go to Hollywood. Give the AI an anime profile picture, a random political cause in their bio, and the latest Fortnite battle pass, and they're already 95% of everyone on Twitter. And maybe they are like 95% of everyone on Twitter. I have no idea who is and isn't real anymore. I never did to begin with, but I so regularly see obviously bot-run accounts on every platform promoting scams, products, engagement farming, automatically generating AI-related content underneath posts, or even worse, just pretending to be human. The majority of text-based media is now meaningless to me. I'm getting business DMs from entirely AI-generated accounts that people can hire. On YouTube, these bots are consistently able to act human enough to bypass the traditional bot detection on the platform. The scams on YouTube are totally out of control, especially in comment sections. It's a complete mess. And I, as the creator, end up getting blamed for a lot of that, but I literally can't police all of these comments, even if I am literally f***ing Spider-Man. Worse than that, and I mean way worse than that, if these bots can behave like human accounts and be treated like human accounts by YouTube's analytics, these bots can totally manipulate YouTube's entire algorithm. I'm about to have a reasonably big mental breakdown in this next chapter, so before it starts, I need to tell you about a few people that saved my ass. Patreon funding and uploading once in an Armageddon event is not enough to keep this ship above water, so I've nicked a couple of $1,000 off of some Floridians, and in return, I'm here to promote their VR game's new update.
Pizza time.
Veil VR is one of my favorite VR games. I have an entire video out on the game and why I like it so much. The root of it is that it's a good game made by good people.
The first few years we were working out of a storage unit. It had no windows, no natural light. We were able to isolate ourselves and just work.
You don't want to suck your soul away with AI generated garbage.
And we didn't want to be held back by publishers and lose our creative control.
These people are the opposite of rats. They're basically cats. They chase the rats, they do the backflip, they do the little dance. That's these guys. They even made a special promotional code for you guys that will get you 69% off of the game on the Quest store. The code is Nice Try Diddy 69-885E84. They have a new update releasing on November 7th that adds a 1v1 arena, a new map. They have a lot more coming soon in the pipeline, and hopefully more money to give my ass so I don't go bankrupt while fighting the metaverse. If you like my videos, and you like VR games, and you like VR FPS titles, check out Veil VR. Back to the video. Part of how YouTube recommends you a video like this one is how well it performs in multiple key metrics. One major one being watch time. If a video that's like 10 minutes long gets 30 seconds of watch time, YouTube thinks it's a bad video. And for a long time, that was actually pretty accurate. And it led to a better focus on engaging well-watched content until recently. These bots now can be intentionally programmed to destroy the watch time on a given video, plummeting its chance to be seen by real people and boosting watch time on other content. A pharmaceutical company, for instance, trying to hide a product failure, could fund an army of bots to derank videos covering it. Governments around the world could promote politically biased content on a scale completely unseen, far beyond that of just traditional media. This will lead to, and probably already has led to, multiple of the biggest mass psychological warfare events in human history. I thought for sure there would be some sort of massive legal pushback against AI as soon as some of the deepfake content started releasing a few years back, but that's not really the case. For example, the UK government signed the first international treaty addressing the risks associated with artificial intelligence. It sounds like a start, right? But the treaty really does nothing more than basically say, okay, well, we're gonna use AI, but like, let's keep an eye on it, guys. It's basically like starting a cocaine habit, but signing an agreement with yourself that you like won't go completely apeshit with it. I mean, sure, maybe these governments have the self-discipline and strength to keep it under reasonable control. They don't. They just don't. We don't trust them. They don't even trust themselves. Whatever way the powers that be try and reconcile with the rapidly approaching meteor essentially boils down to, we're gonna f around and we are gonna find out. CEO of OpenAI, Sam Altman, literally had to beg Congress to impose some sort of regulation on AI, fearing that the tech could go very wrong in the near future. Just so you have like some idea of the scale of this situation, if you didn't have like a blisteringly obvious one already, the US government's projected AI and IT budget for 2025 is $75 billion. This is the ultimate Pandora's box, and they can't help but open it because China might open it first, or Russia, and then those guys have to open it because the United States might open it first, and then I guess the UK has to open it too because they want some relevancy.
Come on, who are you then?
Ronnie Pickering!
Oh!
Ronnie Pickering!
Oh!
Ronnie Pickering!
Same logic goes with every social media company and tech company. That's why we have countless of these annoying rat shit AI integrations. It won't stop. It will get worse. We are swinging into a future where it won't be about who has the most or least money or those who are or aren't the most talented. It will only be about those who do and don't have AI. Those who enslave through the use of AI and those who are enslaved because of AI. It will be wealth inequality on steroids. And this right now is the absolute tip of this iceberg that we're rapidly approaching. The dead internet theory is a conspiracy theory that claims the internet consists of primarily bot activity and AI-generated content, and that the internet likely died somewhere around 2016 or 2017. Now, if you think about the AI tech that the general public are just now getting access to, what the fuck did the world governments have like 10 years ago? So much of the tech that we have today, like our phones, trickled down from high-tech military gear. It's not that unreasonable to believe that this conspiracy theory may be reasonably close to the truth, or at least an approaching truth. After all, so many conspiracy theories end up just being facts that were said too early.
I came knocking on your door 1,000,000 times and you laughed at me.
Devin Nash, the CMO of content creator agency Novo, estimates that about 30 to 40% of all Twitch viewership is bots. How much of what you see on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, the comments, the people you interact with, how much of that is genuine? How the is Jack Doherty famous? Who is actually watching Ali A? How many advertisers are losing millions, potentially billions of dollars paying for screen time in front of viewers that don't even exist? What's going to happen to the YouTube ad revenue that's generated from these bots pretending to be people? Is it all now just one big multi-trillion-dollar bubble that's about to send us back to the Stone Age? AI conforms to its programming, just like so many people do. So many conform to the societal norms, the beliefs of their friend groups, their families, the laws, the religions, the political parties, and are devoid of their own intrinsic personal opinions. What I'm trying to say here is the people who already basically behave as if they're AI are the ones who will probably lose the most in the next few years. They will be the most replaceable in every aspect of life. Those who choose jobs or are forced into jobs that aren't reflective of their own developed personal skill or value, they'll probably lose their job. Those people who drive like a GTA NPC on the roads, those middle lane hoggers, they'll be some of the first to be replaced when AI-driven cars become more widespread. They will lose their ability to drive. Those who can't cook and order almost all of their food via online delivery services not only will get their food recommended to them via an algorithm that knows their eating habits, which already happens, but will also be delivered to them via an AI-operated robot like is already happening in some areas of the US. People will lose delivery jobs, and those who order food like this will lose their ability to truly choose what they eat, beholden to whatever is put in front of them, absolutely obliterating smaller restaurants and businesses that aren't recommended by whatever algorithm. The point that I'm making here is that maybe you hate AI. That's why you're happy to sit here and listen to my dumbass share some common interest with you. But there are millions of people who only need a tiny push before they're almost nothing more than a vessel for artificial intelligence. WALL-E is only a couple of years away from being a documentary. For us to discover who we really are, to develop a robust personality, character traits, a skill set, what makes you you is to go and do things. Do a lot of things. Things that maybe most people couldn't be bothered to do, or maybe don't want to do. That makes us who we are. Those people who are pushed through life by nothing more than a light breeze will be the first to lose themselves to this symbiote. They aren't driving themselves to places, aren't making their own food, aren't even searching for their own content to watch, are served everything that they see through these screens or hear through these headphones on an AI-generated platter. What do they even like? What even are they? Who are they? Do they even know? You already see this with many people in my age group who are completely disenfranchised with their own identity. They never developed one to begin with, so they become the one of the group. You can truly forge your own path with the internet, unbeholden to what would traditionally just be within your physical reach. When so many can literally fly with this magical fucking rectangle in their pocket, why do they choose to crawl through TikTok like they're a toddler? I guess I'm not even surprised that all of this is happening. AI was inevitable. It has almost every Infinity Stone, and we don't have the fucking Avengers. What happens to these people when shit hits the fan? What happens if these people lose electricity and internet connection? What even are we if we can be reduced to this? Did we ever truly have our own independence, or is reality that we're all just programmed via our own experience in life, and that if our experience in life is nothing more than a spoon-fed one where AI acts as our consciousness, maybe we'll all be happy? Something. Maybe it was the AI art, the deep fake, something crossed the line for you. And it did for many other people. We are not the only ones that feel this way, who fear this AI future. I'm obviously not sure what happens to us. I'm not sure what happens to anyone in this future. I can only speculate. Maybe WALL-E is a documentary. Maybe Drake and Josh never went to Hollywood. Maybe the Eddie Brocks of this world will ultimately be completely consumed by AI. But maybe for us, the ones who rejected it, Maybe we pick up that guitar again and learn that Mac DeMarco song, start that engine rebuild, go snowboarding again, get back on that bike, go back to the gym, pick up that drawing pad again, go back outside, take that walk, that hike, go hang with those friends, take photos of those friends, capture those moments, those imperfections, those bad memories, those moments of suffering, that hardship, that payoff, these things that give everything its respective value, that human touch, that meaning. And that meaning is special to us. And maybe it's okay if it's only special to us. And maybe I'm way too cooked to be recording this video. But maybe something in here, in this way too long YouTube video, meant something to you. And maybe that's all that matters. Become harder to replace. Become more of yourself. Become the knight. Become Batman.